According to some juicy insider reports, Meghan Markle's reportedly seething after discovering a group chat among her employees, and it didn't sit well with her. Apparently, Meghan found out that her staff and former employees had been chatting away on Telegram, and it sent her into a meltdown. According to a Hollywood Reporter source, Meghan's been labelled a dictator in high heels. Meghan's apparently traded her tiara for a crown of sharp words and impossible demands. Employees reportedly live in fear of her, with one insider claiming that she belittles people and doesn't take advice from anyone. Who needs guidance when you're Meghan Markle? After all, this is the woman who sees herself as the queen of everything she touches. Harry isn't doing much to help. The source claims that Harry is an enabler, standing by her while Meghan runs the show with a relentless demeanour. And if you thought things couldn't get worse, it turns out that this duo is infamous for being poor decision makers, who constantly change their minds, leaving their staff in a perpetual state of confusion. Back in May, Meghan allegedly discovered that her staff had a private group chat and it was game over. She apparently went into full meltdown mode, issuing new orders to lock down all communication. Employees now have to leave their personal phones in special bags or in their cars while at work and use company-provided phones instead. It's almost as if Meghan assumes everyone's out to get her. Maybe she's worried that someone might spill the beans on her next grand PR disaster. Speaking of beans, it's clear that some have already been spilled. Former staff members are said to be part of this secret chat, which has Meghan fuming. You can practically picture her stomping around demanding answers as if she's starring in some sort of royal espionage thriller. Remember Josh Kettler, the poor soul who was hired in May and left by August? Turns out he probably witnessed the aftermath of Meghan's freak-out firsthand. Rumour has it that he decided to leave right before the Sussexes jetted off on their big trips to Nigeria and Colombia. He likely sensed the toxicity on day one and made a swift exit before things got worse. Here's the irony. Meghan, who once lamented a stifling experience as a working royal, now seems to be doing the exact same thing to her employees. She's reportedly forcing them to sign NDAs, lock away their phones, and micromanage every aspect of their lives. One might think that after all of this, Meghan would take a moment for self-reflection, perhaps even work on boosting morale among her staff, but no, it seems she's doubling down on her outrageous demands. This is precisely why, according to insiders, her empire is bound to crumble. You can only suppress people for so long before they start speaking out, group chat or not. And speaking of speaking out, Meghan's critics are certainly not holding back. One video surfaced recently showing her snapping at an aide while accepting flowers. It's the kind of moment that leaves you wondering if she's auditioning for a role as the next Bond villain. In any case, the cracks in the facade are starting to show, and it's only a matter of time before more former employees follow in Josh Kettler's footsteps and spill the tea. In the end, Meghan's paranoia and tyrannical behaviour might just be her undoing. After all, you can't control everything, especially not a bunch of disgruntled employees with a Telegram chat.